So, Kev, two excellent results to start from the season and two very different games as well. How pleased have you been with that start?
Yeah, of course. I think before the start of the season, if you offered us that, of course, we'd been delighted. Like the way the goals we've got, clean sheets, which is important. But listen, early days, we know that 3 points now is no different to that later on in the season. So I think it's just important you can pick up points, as quick as you can. We've won a game at home, we've won away, which is nice to have that off the mark. But looking forward to the next game. You
mentioned those 5 goals, and they've all been quite different. How pleasing is it to see the team creating chances in so many different ways and putting them away?
Yeah, putting them away, the most important thing, of course. That's the main thing. It's good that we're creating plenty of chances and everyone's contributing. And that's important. Across the board, the forwards are off the mark. Which is important. But we've got strength in depth there as well. So no, listen, pleased with everyone at the minute and. Early days, early days is nice to get a decent start, but lots of games coming up in a short period of time that we've got to be ready for.
And then looking at the back as well, 2 clean sheets as well, building that confidence throughout the team and being able to defend. How good is that as well?
Yeah, of course, yeah. Listen, the best teams and the successful teams can do both, and it's areas that we have targets for and what we want to look for, and if we do them, hopefully we'll have a successful season, so that won't change. So yeah, defensively pleased, but that's not just a defence thing, it's a team thing, I think, and everyone contributes to that.
You mentioned the start of this period now where we've got 3 games in 6 days. How important is it that all of the members of the squad are ready to get going whenever they're called upon? Yeah,
absolutely. You look at the schedule, it's unforgiving, and a lot of travelling within that, of course, going down to Truro on a bank holiday weekend, which is going to take some doing and getting home. So important that we're all ready, and that's what we've got a squad for. And everyone has to be prepared to play, and I'm sure there'll be changes as we go.
Looking at York, they were a standout team from last season. What are you expecting to face from them on this occasion?
Yeah, listen, very much the same. Really, really good side. We saw that last year, and pushed Barnet right towards the end. Added ever so well, of course. You can probably a bit more experience and physicality in there, but a lot of the same stuff in terms of the quality they've got. We know that good football inside, and really well organised, really well coached. But I think it's a good one for both teams. Early in the season, and I think we both made decent starts, and they got a great result the weekend. A real tough place to go. So I'm sure they'll be confident from that. And makes for a good game.
You've previously spoken about how special the midweek matches at Roots Hall are, where the crowd's behind the team and pushing everyone forwards. How excited are you to get out there and hear the crowd getting behind the players? Yeah,
of course. I think we always say under lights at Roots Hall is brilliant atmosphere. There's a slickness to the pitch as well, which is good. And looking forward to it. First one of the season. I'm sure we'll have a big crowd in. York always travelling their numbers. So I know our fans will get behind us, of course, and hopefully looking for a positive result.
And it's also a milestone occasion for the stadium, it being 70 years since our first game there. Have you got any sort of real strong memories from being at Roots Hall that stand out in particular?
Yeah, listen, for me, probably so many, or too many to name at once here, but from a playing point of view, and as a manager as well, there's different ones. Is the Man United game, of course, Bristol City here when we won the league, but I go back before that. This cup games I remember massive crowds in, and even as manager, there's been so many recently which have been brilliant, and for it to mark 70 years is a great occasion, and it's an old ground, but it has some brilliant atmosphere in it, and there's not loads of them in the country anymore, and when we have the North Bank going and the West Stand are going and everyone behind the team, it's a great place to be.
Perfect, thanks Kev.
Thank you.
How's Nathan Ralph?
Yeah, just keeping an eye on him, probably be a late call on him. He's only minimal in what he's been able to do so far.
And Jack Bridge, is he trained, or
yeah,
the situation?
Yeah, Bridge is trained now. Yeah, it was just precautionary with him the weekend in terms of Thursday, Friday looked like for him going into the game. We didn't want to take a risk, but yeah, he's available now.
And it's good lift, all right. He seems to take quite a few different whacks and
Yeah.
great display from him. But is he okay as well?
Yeah, he's okay. Good. He tends to get up and get on with things. So yeah, old school centre half. But yeah, he's okay.
And how much are you looking sort of forward to this game? It's quite an exciting one. It's a big test, but I guess it's one that you're sort of looking forward to. Really going against another of the top teams in this division.
Yeah, of course. And listen, they're the ones you want big crowds in. You know, two good teams we believe, and you know, as the season progresses, the ones you want. Most important thing is trying to pick up points, and that's, you know, because it just adds to your total at the end of the season of where you want to get to.